What is up? It is the live stream lounge. It is so good to be back. It is the Thanksgiving edition. I have so much to be thankful for, and I'm glad you guys are hanging out with me. Oh my gosh. I'd like to say hello to today's co-host, Mr. James Polony. James, what is going on?
Come on, you guys.
Oh my gosh, back from LA, and you have to, dude, what is this contraption you got going on here? This is, it's like it's from another world. And like, look at that. What?
Tron inspired Super X. Got the power disc on the back.
And it's hard to see, but you're like, you're almost illuminated. It's
got reflective silver straps, so maybe bikers won't hit me on the road.
Okay, when you're like, oh wow, at night, like that's really cool. Wow. I don't know if I could pull something like that off. That's really cool.
The trick to wearing the outfit is to never let the outfit wear you.
Oh.
Now, granted, I stay in my lane. I know my place. I will not wear a kilt. I can already just see that. You know,
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Super, super cool. Well, I have so much to be thankful for, and we have, my gosh, we have a really cool. I don't know if you call it. Is this a show? Is it a podcast? I guess it's just a stream. But
I was never sure what we fell into.
Yeah. Well, we're an official podcast on YouTube. It's a live stream, but I feel like we have like different things that we bring up in different segments of it. So it's kind of like a show.
I never realized. I always figured podcasts were things you just listened to and that you didn't actually have anything to look at.
Yes, and maybe that's traditionally how podcasts started, but I think in more recent years, a lot of podcasts offer video to go with it, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Leave some comments. We'll get to comments real soon. I'm in the middle of making some creamy, delicious candy bar drinks. James, I need to know, what is your poison? We've got mocha, glazed donut, peanut butter cup, cookie dough, butter toffee, hazelnut, and salted caramel.
Oh, is the hazelnut new?
No, but you know what? We don't have it often. So, you want to try some? Or is that a like not sure?
No. Yeah, let's try it.
All right.
The hazelnut.
Whoa, that is serious hazel. That's like, oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. That hazelnut was like glue, apparently.
You got a hazel before you can nut.
All right. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay. Then we give it the magic stir before we get the party started. Tonight we've got we have a, what's it called? Not a premiere, when we show something new for the first time.
Debut.
A debut. I have a word for it. It's a
premiere.
A premiere. It's a premiere. It's an item you haven't seen. You guys know about it, but you just haven't seen the actual item before. So we've got a.
That's the name of the group Lizzie was from.
Oh my gosh, a debut.
No.
Oh, Premiere Entertainment Group. We're going to talk about
Lizzie?
all of that in detail. James has an aficionado for one of the people that we chatted with, a sales agent from one of the Hollywood studios that was definitely interested in ALADDIN 3477.
I was buying what she was selling.
Oh my gosh. Dude, happy Thanksgiving. Cheers. So much to be thankful for. I say, let's get the party started.
Oh, I didn't. I got this like 2 years ago.
Oh,
I just think,
yeah,
I would have worn this
for sure. Your panda getup was pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
So what is up back from Los Angeles? I am wearing this is what I've got going on. I've got this, I don't know what you call it, just a dad hat, but it's, James, feel that. Now, I don't know how people in LA actually,
Like a newborn hamster.
right? I don't know how people in, because it's warm. So I haven't had a chance to wear this yet, but I figured today would be good. And I know these are maybe more holiday, but I have brand new, wearing them for the first time. Feel that.
Ooh.
Right?
What is that?
I don't know. It's just
Like,
soft and
it's like brushed fleece.
yeah. It's
How are you not overheating right now?
it's a little warmer than I thought it was going to be, but all good. Let's see if anyone's hanging out with us. Where are my peeps at? Where are my peeps at? Dude, we don't have any comments.
What? Do we have any viewers?
There are, yep, there are
Okay,
people watching for sure,
Okay.
but no one has said hi yet. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. You guys are shy. It's the thing. You know what? Maybe people are protesting the whole Thanksgiving thing. Listen, here's the thing about Thanksgiving. I'm in total agreement that Thanksgiving, what happened when I don't know, the white people took over and massacred and the whole, it's not a pretty story.
White people, no.
It's not I mean, there's nothing funny about it. It does not have a good ending.
No.
But I think we can agree that when that first Thanksgiving dinner happened, I don't think that was the plan. I think that greed just, happened in time. And regardless of what happened later, can't we just have a day that's not a Hallmark holiday, but a day to just like be thankful for what we have and be thankful for the people in your life, to look back at, everything, like maybe projects you've worked on, all the things. Can't we just have a day to be thankful? And
maybe we should always be thankful.
Well, I would agree with that. I would agree. In fact, my thing is we should have more holidays like Thanksgiving where we don't have to work. Everyone hopefully gets to take the day off, spend it with family and loved ones. Some people have Friendsgiving, which is really cool. So, look at this. Now people are hopping in. What is up? Hey, Brittany, to me, podcast, maybe these just popped up late. To me, podcasts and live streams are basically the same thing. Some podcasts do have video and do live streams for their episodes. Yeah, I guess it's all kind of becoming one big thing. Sandra Irving from California, what is up? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It is my mom, Great Pants. Thank you, Mama. My mom got me these, and they are super comfy, and I probably should have waited because they kind of look like holiday colors, but I just couldn't wait to put them on. Mike Heston in the house. Yo, what is up? Lara S says, hi, Matt. Hi, James. You mean Caucasian people? Yeah, Caucasian people. I guess I don't know, the British, that we came over here to escape the British, and then we became just as oppressive as the people we were running from, if not more so.
I came here to escape being left in a gutter somewhere.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all perspective, but for me, I appreciate having a day where we can not celebrate how things kind of went down in this country, but celebrate just being thankful for everything we have. And I think we all can agree humanity in general is in a much better place than I would say than it's ever been. I know maybe some people don't agree with me. Let's not go there, because Thanksgiving, you're not supposed to talk about things like politics and everything else, right? So let's just not go there. Regardless, I am thankful. Hey, what is going on? It is Aaron Farr, and what is up? Howard, man, I wonder what time it is in Australia right now. It's probably lunchtime, or no, it's probably morning. You probably just had breakfast. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right, we have so much to go over today, and I can't wait to dive in. So we are back. We finally have a slideshow, James. The last time, because these slideshows take time to kind of put together and organize and get them in order.
Because you're the one having to do all of it.
Getting them to the laptop and everything. So the last time I did this, it was actually when Eric Steele was our guest. That was the end of August. That was 3 months ago, the last time I actually had time to put one of these together. Okay, so there's so much to go over tonight. I am going to race right through. Thank you, videos. There's new ones going up all the time. Actually, in the past few weeks, I've been pretty consistent getting at least one up a week. You can find them on the Aladdin 3477 YouTube page. And if you scroll down, there is a playlist of all of them, and you can check them out being added all the time. Every now and then, there are new Draw This in Your Own Styles for Aladdin 3477. So please use the hashtags. I'm trying to remember what the hashtags are. The one for I think this is just A3477 DTIYS. I can't even remember what they are. You have to check out the videos. Anyway, the reason why I bring those up today is you may remember this one for the Fidgy Draw This in Your Own Style, illustrated by Brittany Oringer. And guess what I have? Oh my gosh, this is just the coolest. Look at this. I have this beautiful matte print, and it's signed by Brittany right here. Isn't that cool? And in this lighting, you can't tell how vivid the colors are, but it's just really cool. I love the laser blue and the hot pink. Such a cool combo. You're going to see a lot more of that cyberpunk combo in the next Aladdin 3477 movie. Dan Phillips, what is up? Oh my gosh, Dan, I need to have you as a guest on here at some point soon, because Dan Phillips is an Emmy-winning special effects makeup artist who has worked on the Hobbit movies, Oz the Great and Powerful, Real Steel. I met him on the set of a film called Detention of the Dead. And actually, he is the one who introduced me to Rick Veers, which is Bananas. My gosh, that was so long ago. Anyway, Dan, thanks so much for hanging out. I need to have you as a guest on the show soon. We need to hang out anyway. We keep saying that. Dan, I still have this incredible bottle of wine that you gave me. And I don't know if you knew this about this bottle when you got it for me, but I tried to figure out, after you left, I was looking at this, and the artwork is so cool. It looks like it's from Mad Max Fury Road is what it looks like. But what at the bottom, it says, if you see K. And I'm like, that must be K. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is a riddle. This is a riddle of some sort. So I sat, I was like reading the back. I'm like, there's got to be something about this. This is too weird for it just to say that. And then it wasn't until I said it out loud, if you see K, then I was like, oh my gosh, that is brilliant. What a great name for a bottle of wine. Thank you so much. We're going to crack this open when you, maybe when you're hanging out in the lounge, or we need to get together and catch up anyway. So I hope you're doing well. Hey, Dave Todd. Hey, yo, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for hanging out. Okay, so we got more fun stuff to rock through. So in addition to Draw This in Your Own Style, I've been continuing to do new art for Aladdin 3477. This was actually a demo I did in school, but I also took photos of each step of the process. I've been sharing them on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Insta, please do so you can see some of these coming to life. All right, so it's been awesome seeing cosplay, and this is Megan Mueller, and for Halloween, once again, donned her awesome Bredge outfit, and I happen to see this photo where she's hanging out with a Frankenstein girl, I'm assuming specifically for from Frankenstein's Girls Seem Strangely Sexy, which is the second album from one of my favorite bands in the world, Mindless Self-Indulgence. So seeing MSI mixed with Bredge is like, oh my gosh, Mindless Self-Indulgence. Jimmy Urine was probably an inspiration for the character Bredge. So that's like a really crazy combo to see both of those together. Super cool. Okay, so because I haven't had time to do a visual slideshow for these, there's a bunch of videos that I've been dropping on YouTube. If you haven't seen these, you may be interested in checking them out. So there was an unboxing for the Fidgy patch. By the way, the Fidgy patches, there's only a few of these left. So if you want one, you can nab it in the pre-sale store. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Also, the bandanas. I thought the bandanas were sold out. They were actually listed as sold out for a few weeks. And then I discovered I actually set a few aside. I don't know what for. Maybe it was an accident. I set a handful aside. So they're back in the store. I have a handful left. So if you want one, make sure to lock that in. There's a really cool video of everyone signing the Aladdin 3477 movie posters. It was really great to get everyone back together, getting the band back together after so many years to sign posters and the beginning of things to come. It's going to be great as we all get to share in the release of Aladdin 3477. For those of you that follow me with just the art stuff, a few new demos, including this one, which is drawing the head profile in charcoal. This is one of my favorite demos that I've done and captured on camera by James. And then also this drawing of Cam. That's right, the 3/4 head view, also filmed by James. All of these were filmed by James. And speaking of James, this is one of my favorite videos during COVID when we were making all of these for my classes. This tell Matt what to draw. This was one of the funniest videos. And I don't think people realize, like when you watch this, it really feels like a game show. And obviously the music does a lot. We did this on the fly. If you haven't seen this video, you need to check this out. It is crazy how on the fly it was. And it's so funny. In retrospect, I think the video is perfect. But during the time we made it, I let James, I said, just give me anything, any kind of character, doing any kind of anything from any kind of angle. I had no idea what they were going to be. I had no idea what James was going to say. And I don't know if he thought about it ahead of time or if he just like spitballed it as it was happening. Each thing that you said really put me on the spot. And I was like, good crap. I was like, oh my God, an astronaut from a bird's eye view making a pizza. I was like, crap, this is not going to be easy. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit easier. So the first one was kind of an epic fail, which you see in the video. And then obviously the mime walking the dog from a worm's eye view. And then Disco Dracula over the shoulder, angry snowman in a roller rink. So cool. And man, you kept me on my toes. But it turned out to be, it's probably one of my favorite videos we've ever done.
And it's live. You can't say no. What are you going to do? Say no
to
the prompt?
Yeah. So really, really happy with how that came out. It was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. Another great video on framing heights. And this was great because James helped model all of the different framing heights. So that's up. There is a video of the Aladdin 3477, the Djinn of Wisdom movie trailer playing on an IMAX screen. It's the second largest screen in Michigan at the Imagine Theaters in Royal Oak. This played before all the screenings of the horror film Roulette, and captured on camera, captured on phone, camera. So you can check that out on my YouTube page as well. Really cool to see, obviously in front of a live audience up on a giant screen. That was amazing. This kind of went under the radar, so you may have missed this. For those of you that are interested in this kind of thing, there's it is Bruce Willis. It's Zombie Bruce Willis, and this is a Hollywood is Dead video, and this is called gosh, what is the video called? I actually made this years ago and I just never released it or put it out until this past Halloween. Unnecessary Force is what the video is called. And it's a funny video with these jib jab faces of Hollywood is Dead people. It's a really funny video. It actually dropped the day that the day after, the day before we went to LA. So it was a little under the radar and I didn't get to promote it as much. But if you're into zombies and comedy and all the fun things, you may enjoy that. There's another video I did with Phil Stone, who is an artist that works on games like Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, incredible artist. We did a video together. We did a bunch, but we did one on transportation design. So I drew a sky sail, actually a different angle than the one you see here. I drew a sky sail and he drew a giant worm, someone riding a giant worm, leaping from sand dune to sand dune. It's really great. So you have to check this video out as well. Then finally, these are a little bit late. I've just been so busy, but I finally got around to putting together a video for how to build the Princess Kamala minifig. That one's obviously pretty easy, but if you don't know what the extra pieces are, like the laser taser, you might not understand, or why it comes with two different heads. Most importantly, this is the most complicated figure to date, and I'm so sorry that this video came out a little bit late, but building the Red Star minifig. And I've noticed in photos that a lot of people were doing this wrong. And thank you guys for posting photos, which I super appreciate. But finally, there's a video showing you how to do it correctly. One thing I thought was interesting was Nathan Dumar posted that he had been doing it wrong, but he was actually taking the big yellow feet and he had those on the sides of the head, and it actually made kind of like, yeah. And that was when I heard that, I was like, oh, he said he couldn't believe he was doing it wrong. But so I actually tested it out, and I think I have mine at school. I actually put the feet on the sides, and it actually does make kind of a cool Red Star helmet. But then you need more for the feet.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say, thank you for posting photos of your wrongness, so I knew how to correct all of you.
No, well, no. It was. I just felt bad that I just, these don't come with instructions. It's just it's a little minifig. But this is one where you definitely kind of need to see what the pieces do.
I think the Lego Star Destroyer didn't come with any instructions.
With a giant Death Star.
Yeah.
So there is a new video dropping on Tuesday. This one is really cool. James, you remember filming this one?
Yes.
This is full color pencils. What's great about this is a lot of times when you're using color pencils on the tone paper, you're just doing limited color usually, and you're letting the tone of the paper kind of work as one of your middle grounds. This video shows the technique for going all out and doing full color pencils where you're actually mixing the color pencils to make them, color pencils are waxy. So when you're going full color, you actually can mix almost like oil paints on the canvas with your color pencils, which is really fun.
Favorite medium.
Yeah, it's super cool. And the thing I love about color pencils is, unlike any kind of painting where you've got to break out your paints and you have to get water or turpentine and you have to maybe stretch your canvas if you're doing oil paints and everything. And there's such a process to get everything ready before you can even start painting, laying all your colors out and everything. And then when you're done, oh my gosh, you have to clean up in the sink. And if you don't want your paint to dry, sometimes you can put saran wrap over it and it'll last another day or two. But there's just so much prep work involved. The great thing about color pencils is you can literally be on the go. You could go over to a friend's house, and if they're like, oh man, I'm not ready yet, give me 5 more minutes, you could sit down in their living room, pull out the color pencils, and just start working on something. And as soon as they say, all right, I'm ready to go, grab everything, throw it in your backpack, and you're out the door. Very easy. So I love working with color pencils, and color pencils are great also on top of painting, which is what I do in the mixed media technique. Anyway, really, really cool demo. This one's one of my faves, and this drops on Tuesday. All right. So next up, Star Wars. So this right here, I just grabbed this really quick. This is the 30th anniversary of Star Wars logo, back from when it was the 30th anniversary of Star Wars. Next year is my 30th anniversary of having worked on official Star Wars products.
My dude.
Dude. Books, posters, packaging, apparel, all the things. So I'm happy to report that I have some new projects in the works that will see the light of day next year. Also, I have things that I have worked on this year and last year that just haven't been released yet. Sometimes things get pushed back a little bit, that will be coming out next year. And there is two things celebrating my 30th anniversary as a Star Wars artist that are happening next year. So I know a lot of people hate when it's like, so a big announcement, but I can't say anything yet. It's nothing too crazy, but for me, this is really cool. It means a lot to me. And so new Star Wars stuff next year and my 30th anniversary. So I am just tickled about that. It has been such a wild ride. And I'm just so grateful for all of you that you guys have been supportive of my dreams and everything else, and also following me to Aladdin 3477 with that. I've been worried that people would not be responsive to that, and people would be like, "We don't care about your Aladdin movie. Just make more Star Wars." More Star Wars is on the way for sure, but I'm just so grateful. Fitting that this is a Thanksgiving episode. So more on that.
I mean, if it's not Daisy Ridley, I was just saying.
Yeah. I can't confirm nor deny. Amazing. Thank you, Anthony. Congratulations. Thank you. 30 years. Wow. Congratulations. Yeah, it's amazing. I was 4 years old when I started doing official Star Wars work. It's crazy, right?
What? Wait. Man. Okay, never mind. I get it.
Anyway, another thing, some of you that have been following me on, I'm sure we've talked about it on the live stream, but if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, you know that I am now engaged to my sweetheart, Casey. And I'm so excited about that. So I'll be sharing more on all the fun things happening with that coming soon. This was us actually earlier this year. We went on a Mediterranean cruise. This is in Italy and just off the coast. And we had a great, wonderful time. And Anthony says, even more congratulations. Thank you. So much to look forward to. And that's why, oh my gosh, in this Thanksgiving edition, personally and professionally, I'm just, man, when I stop and think about everything that's been going on, and this year, oh my gosh, it really has been. I know the movie isn't out yet, but it really, for me, this has been the year of 3477, being able to finally share this stuff with you guys. And I feel like every month there's been something new and wild that's just been, in my world, extraordinary. And I can't thank you guys enough. Truly, truly grateful. When you were in Italy, did you visit the villa where Anakin and Padley got married? No. I think we were close to it, though, and I'm trying to remember the name of that. We weren't there exactly, but I think we were close. Double congrats. Enjoy the trip in Old Continent. Yeah, it's beautiful over there. Faux shizzle. Okay. So Aladdin 3477. Let's get into some of the goods. So for those of you that either back the Kickstarter or if you're going through the backer kit and getting some of the rewards, an update on all the things. So first of all, for the Kickstarter, there is the 4 Oh, here's where in Italy, Villa del. No, definitely didn't go here in Leno into Italy, but we were close to that area. So there's 4 swag boxes, and the first one was a little delayed, obviously, but as promised, when the first one came out, that I was pretty confident that the second one would be on time just 3 months after that. The third one should be on time 3 months after that. Happy to report that's been the case. The second one came out in September. The third one is scheduled to come out in December. I'm not foreseeing any delays. So this is awesome because this one has a focus on the Fiji vinyl figures, the designer toys, which is great. So those are going to be reaching you hopefully before the holidays, unless there's some, if like there's international and there's some crazy customs. I'm going to try to get them shipped as quick as I can early in the month.
With all those Aladdin.
Oh gosh, my gosh. So so I'm hopeful that that they will reach you in time. That's the plan. So that's all really exciting. Oh yeah, that's it. Lake Como. That's what, or Lake Como is the lake. So I'm happy to report that those are going out soon. Now, one of the major items, in addition to the Fijis, by the way, these are the Fiji vinyl figures. There's a new video coming out soon. Now, if you've seen these, you might be like, oh my gosh, is that the mystery figure? No, what it is this figure here. This was the first, very first prototype. And this one, the colors are wrong and the shape of the head isn't quite Fiji. It's kind of flat on the front. So this was the first prototype. Isn't quite where we wanted Fiji to be. This was the second prototype, a little bit closer in shape, but you can see here the eyes don't line up. The colors here are a little bit more yellowish, and then the color, the basic color of Fiji is just a little too pale. So this is the standard Fiji right here that it ended up being. And then these are just the other Kongchayam Fiji, Inverse Fiji, Red Star Fiji, and Ninja Fiji. And can't wait for you guys to start getting these Fiji soon. But a really cool video. It's very graphics heavy. So I've been working on this video for a couple weeks on and it's only like 2 minutes and 10 seconds or something like that. Been working on it for weeks, but it's a really cool graphics heavy video that is going to drop next week on Cyber Monday on the YouTube channel. So
it's a banger.
Be on the lookout for that. Almost finished with the video. Can't wait to share it. Okay. There's been some updates to the store. The Fiji patches were sold out, and then I realized I had some more. Same thing as the bandanas. So there are a few Fiji patches. They are not sold out anymore. If you want them, there's only a handful. Go in and get them while you can at the store. I'll have the link up in a second to where that is. Also, the bandanas, they're back in the store. Not many left, though. So those will sell out again very soon. Here is my buddy, Tracy Surgeoner. I should have asked for permission. He sent this to me while he was at work, rocking the Aladdin 3477 bandana. It looks great. Happy to see it. I want to see more of you guys wearing the bandanas. And maybe some of you aren't bandana people or headband people, you know, if you're rocking out or whatever. I think I've seen a couple people put them on their pets and stuff. So I want to see. Super cool. Also, the Fiji magnets finally have been added to the store. Those were in the first swag box, but I've been so busy I never got around to getting those into the pre-sale store. They're in there now. Also, the light up pens, which everyone really enjoys. I wanted to make sure I waited to get them in the store because I was worried I might not have enough, or I would just have enough to fulfill the swag box number one. Swag box number one is fulfilled. So I do have a small handful of them. If you want the light up pen, and again, a lot of people don't know, but the light up pens are now available in the store. There's not many left. If you want one, then that's where you can go. So Lara S says, how about hats? I'm glad you brought up hats. Oh, wait. Hold on. Before I bring that up, one more thing that's finally in the store that I never got around to chatting about or having in the store is the vinyl UV waterproof Kiss Cut Fiji Aladdin 3477 sticker. And these are great because it's not just the rectangle, it's Kiss Cut inside that black area there. So it's got a cool shape to it. They're vinyl UV. You can put them on your car. You can put them on your laptop. They're not going to fade, and water isn't going to ruin them. That's, protected from the elements and everything. So it's all good. Those are in the store. And if you buy one, you get one free. You get two. All right. How about hats? Oh my gosh, I thought hats were next. All right, the stickers. There's a video coming soon where you're gonna see James and I putting stickers on, and actually it was a different sketchbook of mine. You can see some of the random stickers all around here. So I want to see where you guys are putting your stickers. All right. Next up, how about the hats? Oh my gosh. See, I used to write all this stuff down, but it takes forever getting these. I just try to remember it all. Real quick, the shirts are all sold out. They're all gone. I may have versions of these shirts with different colors. I'll probably just make new designs, but I might have some of these I might re-release in the future with just different colors. Because I think they're pretty rad, and obviously they sold out. So you guys think they're cool, or I hope you guys think they're cool. So looking forward to that. If you want these items, you can get them in the Aladdin 3477 backer kit. This is the link right here. Now, another thing that happens to be in the backer kit. How about hats? How about hats now? Now? Okay, now. And all right, finally, here we go. Here are the hats. So big update with hats this week. And I'll try to make this as easy, because it is very easy, but it might sound kind of complicated. Yeah, my timing was really off. So here is what's up. The originally when I made the Kickstarter, I've kind of been under a rock for the past 10, 15 years making the Aladdin films. And I was kind of under the impression from kind of 15 years ago that no one was wearing the dad hats anymore. That if you wanted to just have that in look, you definitely want to wear the flat brim snapback hats. So I knew, even though I had dad hats for cast and crew that just had an Aladdin 3477 patch on them, I wanted to get some really nice snapback hats that are new school hats. So I just put the logo, I just made a mock-up hat for the Kickstarter. I put the logo across it, and I said, these are the hats. What was interesting, though, is during the Kickstarter, and even in recent months, I've heard a lot of people be vocal about, that's cool, you've got the flat brim snapback, but man, I wish you had the dad hats. And some people have even gone as far as to say no one really wears the flat brim ones anymore. And I was like, what? Oh my God, they're already out of style. Yeah, that's a lie. And I think the younger generation still wears them, but it's good to know that the dad hats have come back with a vengeance. And there was a time where the dad hats had maybe kind of gone out the door a little bit, but now they're definitely back. And
it's crazy because dad hats are just baseball caps.
Yeah, well, I know.
Like my dad has like 10 baseball caps, and when he puts them on, I'm like, I guess that's why they call them dad hats. Because I can totally see where the name comes from.
Or boomer hats or whatever. But so anyway, so here's what happened. So I said, okay, I need to make sure everyone's going to be happy about this. And plus, when I made these hats, I was like, I really want to have more hats. So this is on my dime, and I needed to create more. So what happened was I said to myself, all right, I'm going to make 3 hats and I'm going to give people a choice. I'm going to do the flat brim snapback because that's what people were offered. So I can't take that off the table. I'm going to make the dad hats as well. I'm also going to make slouchy beanies because I love slouchy beanies. And I know other people might like those even better. So I'm going to give people the choice. I'm going to make all 3. So I went to a local place. Whenever I can, I like to manufacture or print things local. Can't always do that. With things like toys, they don't make toys here in America. So I went to the place, for example, that did these shirts, which came out great. So happy with them. Yeah. These shirts were very expensive, though.
It shows
yeah,
in the quality.
They're very, very high quality shirts. Very happy with them. So I went to this company for hats. I really wanted to go through them. They're a female owned and run company, and they're based in Sterling Heights. And so I really wanted to give them my business. So I gave them this design of the Aladdin 3477 snapback hat. So my idea when I made these hats was to not just have Aladdin across the front, but to do the 2-color logo with the jinn symbol behind it, to have Lochan Shyamalan line art on one side, and then on the other to have kanji kind of along the bottom down here, kind of an asymmetrical, really cool look. So when I brought this mock-up to them, they said they can do it. There was a couple things, though. For one, they said they couldn't do the logo that big. They also couldn't do the logo this big on the side. They couldn't have it that low either because the brim is right here. So what happens is American companies, when you get embroidery, they're not actually making the hats. They're just buying existing hats, and then they're sewing. They have to flatten everything, and they can only sew into areas that they can get flat. And so it's a little, it's kind of complicated. And then for this, they said they can do the kanji on the side, but they can't do it as big, and they can't do it low. They have to have it up a little bit like in the middle here. So I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. But I said, okay, well, let's just do it. What can we do? And they priced it out for me. The price, even though I was getting a lot made, my ballpark figure, $74.95. That's without tax. $75 per hat. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't afford it. It bummed me out so bad because I really wanted to give my business local, female-run company. They're so fun. They're so wonderful. And I'll definitely work with them again for more shirts, but I just couldn't do it. So I went to China and priced out the hats, and it was much more affordable. And I'll show you here how they're putting it together. They actually take the pieces for the hat first, embroider onto the pieces, and then the hat gets made. So you can put embroidery anywhere you want, which is really cool. I'll show you how that process works in a second here. So here's the deal. So there are 3 different hats that you can choose from. If you back the Kickstarter at the Fidji's Find reward tier or higher, that's swag box number 3 or higher, you are getting one of these hats no matter what. In the backer kit, you have been sent a survey where there are new questions for you to answer. It's really just one question, and that is, which hat do you want? And you get to choose which of these hats you want for free. Now, if you didn't back the Kickstarter, you're not in the backer kit, you still can go into the pre-sale store. Anyone can buy any of these hats and buy as many as they would like. If you're in the backer kit, though, if you are part of the Kickstarter, you won't have to pay additional shipping. So make sure that you're doing it that way. Okay. Real quick, I have some, what about trucker hats? You know what? Doing the dad hats, and they are high rise hats, similar to trucker hats. I don't like the mesh hats. And part of the reason why is because I don't have hair. Sometimes, for example, if you're trying to protect your head from the sun, you don't want anything kind of getting through that. I also know sometimes when people have bad hair days, they don't want people to see the mess happening underneath. And if you've got just the kind of net mesh hat, you can kind of see that like maybe someone hasn't taken a shower yet and their hair is all matted. So some people love them because you can breathe through it a little bit better. Some people do not. So I do have the nicer, or not the nicer, but I do have the high rise dad hats. Congrats. Thank you. Continued success in my engagement. Thank you, Scott. The only people that I knew that wore the snapbacks were douchey teens from high school. Dad hats seem more classy and professional looking. I think more people wear the dad hats now, probably, for sure. Also, I never understood why people keep the sticker on the snapbacks. It's just it's a thing. It's a style. It's a
pretty douchey reason, but no, it's like, oh, gotta keep it fresh. My drip game be crisp, and they even have little acrylic drips of honey that snap onto your brim because you're dripping with. I'm like, no,
what?
No.
I haven't seen that.
Good.
Drips of honey.
Yeah, I will, if I have to, I will buy one and show it to you. But it's the worst. But
oh my God!
Unfortunately, my Korean size circumference on my head, and according to a lot of K-pop stuff, the flat brim seems most appropriate because the dad hat ones make me look, well, really fat. So I've accepted my lot in life, and this is just where we're at now.
It's funny for me, because I had been kind of under a rock, I didn't know that the dad hats were back in. I had finally gotten to the point where I had warmed up to the flat brim. And it's not so much that I liked them, but I was kind of looking forward to Aladdin's going to move into the future, and we're not going to have the dad hats. We're only going to have the new school hats. But then there was such a pushback on that, and that people really wanted the dad hats, that I was like, oh my gosh, they're back in. Well, now I got to have both. So
it's a tough call, man, because some of the snapbacks don't even the front panels, they're built different. They fall different, they rise different. That katana one from Suicide Squad with the that's the only one that fits me, honestly. The rest of them just don't.
Well, curious what you'll think of these when we get them. And so here is the dad hat. So the dad hat is going to be exactly the same, where it's got the logo across the front, it's got Lochan Shyamalan on the side, and then it's going to have the kanji towards the bottom there. And I think these look great. By the way, these, just so you guys know, these are digital mock-ups I threw together. These are not the final version of the hat. So keep in mind that they may be a little bit different. The way that the logo falls on the hat might look a little bit different. This is just me playing around in Photoshop. The company I'm working with is pretty confident they will look pretty close to this, but keep in mind that there may be slight variation. So there's the dad hat. Then there is the slouchy beanie. Now, this was complicated for me because I wanted to have cool embroidery on the slouchy beanie as well, but slouchy beanies are tough because they kind of bunch up in the back and it hangs. So how do you do it in a way where there's cool stuff on it, but it's not getting covered? And also it's not like in parts where the hat bends and folds over, you don't want embroidery like making it stand up funny. So how do you do that? So what I thought would be cool is having something on the temple here, not totally on the side, but on the temple, and then another thing on the temple, and then kanji in the middle of that. Understated kanji, so it's not something big in the front, kind of asymmetrical, if that makes sense. So it's got Lochan on one side, although Lochan's on the other side for this, and then the Aladdin logo is on the other side for this. Don't ask me why I put these on opposite sides than the brimmed hats. For whatever reason, I just thought it looked better. So that is kind of the design, and then this is what the hat looks like when it's not being worn. That's one side, that's the other side. So another thing to keep in mind, this is just a digital mock-up, and the final version, it's a slouchy beanie just like this, but this is kind of a charcoal gray. It's going to be a black slouchy beanie, and instead of it, you see how there's like rows of the ribbing? Instead of rows, it's almost like pixels. It's like these little squares. And the reason why I think it looks a little more futuristic, but also it's better for the embroidery. When you've got those lines, sometimes there's a little bit of weirdness where the embroidery won't stretch as much. So you'll see lines where the embroidery isn't stretching around the head a little bit more, but then it doesn't stretch there. And so there's a little bit of weird awkwardness. That's to be expected. That's going to happen with any embroidered beanie type hat, but you won't notice it as much with the pixels as much as you do with the rows of lines. Because when you've got lines like this, as soon as they're not spreading evenly, you kind of notice that a little bit. And so I thought it was a better way to go, as did the company that that's producing these. So that is the hats. You get to choose which one. So you have a survey waiting for you if you're already, if you back the Kickstarter and you're in the backer kit, you've got to check your email. You've got a survey waiting for you. And if not, you can go in the pre-sale store, and that is the link right there. So how are these being made? This right here is a photo that they sent me. This is, I don't even know if this is from this, I think this might be from the snapback hat, maybe, but this is an unfolded piece of the front of the snapback hat. And this is how they sew it on first before the hat gets assembled. And that way they can do more coverage, and it's just a nicer look. They're not, you know, sticking a hat in a machine and flattening it and getting all kinds of weird creases in it. You have that problem if you're trying to do it otherwise. This is the kanji on the side, and you can almost tell there where it kind of folds normally. So that kanji is going to be low to the base, which I appreciate. Lochan Shaimal sewn in. And here are the beanies. Okay. So one more thing, brand new. This also is in the store, but world premiere. Sharing this with you guys tonight. So you guys, I've shown an image of this, a mock-up image of this figure probably a couple months ago, but you haven't actually seen the real thing just yet. This is the Kong Chayam Trooper, played by Jeff Norgrove. You see this trooper in the movie Aladdin 3477, The Djinn of Wisdom. I just love the design of this thing. I love the colors. It's kind of like traditional Thailand colors, which this particular scene or scenes take place in Kong Chayam, Thailand, in the film, in the year 3477. So we've already talked. Oh yeah, and then also the Fiji, the Kong Chayam Fiji is based on those colors, which is pretty rad. So I've already shared this with you a few months ago, that one of the 10 Aladdin 3477 minifigs is the Kong Chayam Trooper, but we haven't seen the actual figure. This is just kind of, this is actually CGI mock-ups that the company sent me just to make sure we were all on the same page with how this was being put together. So I am very happy to share with you guys now. World premiere. Here is, in fact, I'll turn on a light here. Here is, I'll put it back here so it gets more light on the front of it. This is the Kong Chayam Trooper. And oh my gosh, it is so cute. It's so adorable. He comes with 2 blasters. And look at this. His helmet opens up in the front. You can see there's Jeff Norgrove on the inside. Adorable, right? Now, some of you might be saying, man, that looks just like the Hong Kong Trooper. It is very similar to the Hong Kong Trooper. Here's the Hong Kong Trooper here. Very similar. They have different paint jobs. And then in the film, their armor is very similar. because they're police troopers. And so just like here, a police officer's outfit in Madison Heights is probably going to be very similar to a police officer's uniform in Romeo. So very similar, but different designs, different colors. And so fun to play with. Just love the colors. And this is one of the figures you'll be getting, one of the minifigs you'll be getting in Swag Box 3. Also, you'll be getting the Fiji minifig. And those of you, I forget if it's either the Sky Sail Sky Club or Aladdin's Inner Circle, will be getting the Klepto King minifig.
I don't even think we've seen any kind of mock-up for that.
No, it's coming. I can't wait. I actually have filmed a building video with Wolf. So that's coming soon. And look at this. We throw it over here.
Oh, I just saw that.
To put it on display. Put that there. And then I've got two. There's still 3 figures that aren't on here yet. I just have these Romos sitting up here. But eventually this is going to be filled with all of the figures. Here's the Fiji. That's coming soon. The Red Star Romos. And there's still 3 more figures.
I can only think of 2
to be added here, or 4 more figures.
I have no idea who the other ones are.
There's the Klepto King.
Yep.
Oh no, there's only 3 more here because there's the Djinn of Wisdom,
yep.
The Umi figure, and the Lochan Shaimal.
Oh, okay. Oh, duh. Okay.
Yeah, super exciting. All right. So here's what's up. Your swag boxes. Swag box number 3 is coming out in December, just in time for the holidays. And I really loved for the first swag box, everyone was sharing images online. Not as many people shared swag box number 2, but I get it because it was mostly posters. And it's kind of hard to pull all those posters out and show in a photo. Like, look at all this cool stuff I got because it's giant posters. So I get it, but swag box number 3 is going to be really cool. In addition to whatever hat you choose, you're going to have a Fiji, if not the complete set of Fijis. And for those of you that for those of you that were in, again, I forget if it's the Sky Sail Sky Club or Aladdin's Inner Circle. I used to have all this memorized, but my brain is just mush with all the fun stuff going on. If you got the full set of Fijis, you still get the one Fiji that's random, and you don't know what that's going to be. So if you get a full set, you're actually getting 7. You're getting the full set of 6, which includes the mystery Fiji. Automatically, you get all 6. You don't have to hunt anything down. Plus, you're getting 1 more because that's included in Swag Box 3 is the random Fiji in a blind box. So you're actually getting 7. Can't wait for you guys to get these. And so this will be a really fun swag box for you guys to take photos of and share. It's super appreciated when you guys share these. I have a Charizard Pokemon beanie, and the embroidery curves up because of the way it's sewed on it. Yeah, it's tough. And for Cast and Crew, I actually made beanies where I took the Fiji patch and sewed those on, but the Fiji patch was so big that it kind of is a little strange the way that it fits on the head. It's just a little, it's tough because beanies are soft and they kind of wrap around the head, where as soon as you put embroidery on that kind of stiffens the areas. So you're kind of limited with what you do for that. But I'm hoping that the slouchy beanies will work really, really well. Okay. So here is what's up. the film Aladdin 3477. So we talked a little bit about what is going on when we did the last live stream 2 weeks ago, live from Hollywood. We gave you guys the scoop. There's a little bit more to talk about tonight, and I wanted to have a little bit of a deeper dive. We were just walking around, so I didn't have a lot of stuff to show you guys. Now that I'm here at home base, I have some things that I can kind of share with you guys and show you exactly what is going on with the film. But before I do, I need to replenish my drink here, and I need to get this cooking for James. So let's do that. I want to hear from you guys. How is everybody? What do you guys got going on this Sunday evening? Are you guys doing homework? Are you guys prepping for Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving?
Have we really only been back for 2 weeks?
Yeah, we've already been. I know, isn't it crazy? I'm trying to remember. I
can't
can't even remember. I can't even remember what I did last weekend. Oh, it feels like it was 5 months ago to you?
Yeah, it feels so long. I was so motivated, here to go when we got back. I got so many creative thoughts to.
Oh no, it's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then everything just shot me right out of the sky. I'm like, you know what? What's the point?
What?
Why try?
Dude, that's not the attitude.
Yeah. Well,
you can do it. Dude, it's only been 2 weeks.
I know, I'm just not surrounded by like creative energy most of the week. So it's really kind of drags me down. But that's okay. That's okay. So I just live vicariously through you.
All right. Well, you know what? A little bit of liquid candy bar helps. And then, James, we're going to talk about what is going on with the movie, and we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive.
Oh yeah,
with some of what we got to experience in Los Angeles. So, what was your take? What were your thoughts on the whole LA experience?
Well, I thought it was just. I've never been there before, so. Getting to see everything, take it all in, see it for more than just what television is going to show you. I will say palm trees are not all pristine and wonderful. They require constant upkeep. I feel like palm trees in the wild are just suffering, you guys, and no one's talking about these beleaguered, trees.
Yeah, I mean, for them to look nice, they need to be pampered, and they need to be.
There needs to be a guy climbing all the way up there, preening these trees. So someone's job is pretty much that.
But couldn't you say the same thing about bonsais?
Well, I can.
What would a bonsai?
Yeah, I can preen a bonsai from a desk. So
I guess that's true.
I would much rather preen a bonsai than a palm tree.
Yeah.
But trees aside, the people there, you can definitely get a feel for their creative drive. But at the same time, you can also see there's just a gap between living where the place where all these dreams apparently are coming true, or all the people. I was a cut.
You were a cut?
No, I was gonna say I was accosted. I'm like, that's a broad term, but there was a gap even between the homeless people there. There was a homeless guy walking around in a suit that didn't live in the tent, but he had a RV on blocks with a fancy man-made awning, and he just came strolling out there, grabbed his cart, and just went about his day. I'm like, look at that, even here in LA. And then you told me, because people can just live on the beach, and since it rarely ever snows there or drops below 50, it's so much easier to be homeless there than it is in Detroit.
Yeah, they have cell phones and the whole bit.
They have cell phones.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the food was pretty good. We got to see that Scum and Villainy cantina. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was super cool. Well, I've got a photo from there that we'll chat about.
Definitely have to go back and see, just deep dive more.
Yeah. So Laura S wants to know, what are we drinking? That's a great question. We are drinking candy bar drinks. So there's a little bit of coffee, a little bit of Irish cream, and I was gonna put in, you know what I didn't put in, but that I wanted to. And then there's hazelnut. Do you want to have a pinch of Wolf's Irish breakfast whiskey?
What is that? Did he just make that?
He didn't just make it, but he gave me his last bottle. It's Wolf's Basement Homebrew, and it's Irish breakfast whiskey. Put a little bit in there.
Overall, the trip, I know you showed me most of the positive highlights of it and everything, but it's one of those moments where, for the first time in, I don't know, maybe 25 years or so. Well, no, first time in like at least a decade, where you really feel like you belong for once,
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of people dress like you, James, out there. We're out here, you're kind of a you march to the beat of your own drum.
Yeah, a little bit of a maverick, I guess, but that's fine.
Dude, try some of the basement brew.
Whew. That kicks you right in the teeth. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite moments was when we got there. My friends all told me, James, when you go to California, you're going to get shot. And it's not CSI. Nothing bad is going to happen. What's the worst that could happen? And Matt even assured me, James, I'm not going to take you to any of those horrible places. We're going to be just fine. And then we met up with Cam.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
And Cam's riding in the back, and we're coming home.
Yeah, we went to Orbital Studios, which is in downtown LA, and I thought I was going to take a shortcut to get to Hollywood, but I kept getting foiled by construction that kept making me turn not the direction I wanted to go, which kept putting me farther and farther, not just away from Hollywood, but away from LA to LA's South Side, which is actually all the places I told James that morning. I said, dude, you're talking about Compton, and you're talking about, like, I was naming all these places. We're not going to, I never go to any of the, I'm not taking you to any of those places. That very night, we ended up in all of those places. Yeah, it was bad.
There are fires in the streets. There were entire gangs of homeless people. Like, there's one homeless guy beating up another homeless guy. It was an apocalyptic wasteland, and you know what? I got to see all of it. It was part of the experience. Boy. And Cam was in the back seat, and he even said, "What? Get me out of here."
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was not. It was foiled, but we made it. We made it out okay. It wasn't. I wasn't worried, but it was definitely. I kept trying to get out of the area, and every time I was like, I want to turn left. No, I want to turn left. And then, like, we were looking at the map. Well, maybe if I do a bunch of rights, it's kind of like a left. But
if your GPS and you were just a parody of Knight Rider trying to get that, it's pretty much what I was thinking of the whole time, and I thought it was hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Hey, what's up, Cisco Punch 67? Hey, Matt, James, and everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Congratulations, Matt and Casey. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Me and Dylan helped his godfather put the tarp on top of his RV and put de-icing cable on the roof of his house. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Then we had pizza at Tony J's and watched the Lions game. Nice. Yummy. Cheers. Thank you so much for joining us. Seems overpopulated and James didn't have the best of it. And thinking LA is in my bucket list. Yeah, it's cool. I always love going. It's always a good time.
I'd go back.
And that is not the we may be there again soon. You never know. So here is what is going on in the world of Aladdin 3477. So to kind of bring it to you in order, here is the scenario. So it's true that Aladdin 3477 is officially submitted to the Sundance Film Festival. That doesn't mean anything. It's probably not probably not going to get in. I mean, I gave it my all. This is actually the submission page on Film Freeway to have it for the Sundance Film Festival. I won't know until the beginning of December whether we got in or not. That's coming up soon, so I should know in 2 or 3 weeks. The chances of getting in are like 1 in 1,000 because everyone submits to Sundance. It's the big one, right?
Better than the lottery odds.
That's true. That's true. And that was my thing, is like, if I don't submit, well, then I won't get in for sure. Chances are we won't get in. There's a number of reasons. Aladdin 3477 isn't the typical kind of film that gets into Sundance. Not that there's anything wrong with the films that do get in, but this is much more of a popcorn movie, if you will. The feel of this is Indiana Jones. The look of this is like Star Wars, but set in Asia. It's epic. This is part 1 of 3, kind of like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So this is not your standard Sundance fare, understandably. But, you know, last year, Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls got in. They were one of the 10 films that made it, Andrew Bowser's movie. So
I could see you getting into Sundance. Now, if you tried for Cannes, that's different.
Yeah. Is it possible? It's absolutely possible. And the producer rep that we talked to said that the quality is there, but it's, you know, it's anyone's guess. You know, a betting person would say probably not going to get in, but we'll find out within the next couple weeks. So that's that. So here is what happened next. I got onto this website that you have to pay for called Senando, but you get a free subscription if you are attending the American film market, which is what we just did. That's the reason we were in Los Angeles. So this is my profile on Senando. This is the Aladdin 3477 profile on Senando. So this is where people can kind of come and check it out. Senando is this website. It's like a Rolodex for Hollywood. It's everyone in the business, producers, people behind the scenes, distributors, studios, sales agents, all the things. So, so with that, okay. So before we even went to LA,
is that what face looks like? Oh,
that's your face. You look good there.
I'm sorry for everyone who saw that.
All right. So here's what happened. First, so prior to going to Los Angeles, the prior 2.5 months, I had been putting together promo packages. Those of you following the live stream, you've seen me put these together, sending them out to different studios. So what I did research in my handy dandy sketchbook here. So I'm going to show you just some of the research I did. If you're curious, I wanted to share this with you. So this is page 1 and 2. These are all places that I sent Aladdin 3477 promo stuff to. Sent them a cover letter, said, hey, I'd love to send you the film. I want to know if you're interested. Can I send you more materials? So I sent them a box that had the official collector's edition in it. And I just want you to see the very first, these aren't in total order necessarily of my top pick going down, but you'll see more of the top picks towards the beginning. And then you'll see it kind of move to smaller companies across the pages. So I want you just to take note that the very first name on here is Glenn Reynolds, because that is someone I started watching a lot of interviews on YouTube. He is a producer rep, very well respected in the industry. And my first thought was, man, if I could get repped by Glenn, that would be amazing. And he would be able to get Aladdin through the door of a lot of places I might not be able to. But I really wanted to know. I wanted to try it myself. And I just wanted to be in control of everything. So you can kind of see across the board here, A24 Films, Gravitas, IFC Films, Magnolia Pictures, Roadside Attractions. What is this? Sierra Affinity. Buffalo 8, Vertical, Searchlight Pictures, which is actually owned by Disney, Amazon Original Movies, Lakeshore Village, Lionsgate. What else here? Okay, so this is the first 2 pages. Look at this, another. And if you look here, a lot of times there's more than one name. So if you look here at Sierra Affinity, there's actually 3 names. That means I sent this company 3 different packages on 3 different days. By the way, these packages, each one, because it has the book, and these books are not light, and I put them in, I put in Aladdin swag, so I may have also sent them a Fiji magnet. I may have also sent them a cool pen that lights up. I probably also sent them a Fiji bumper sticker, right? So I sent them a bunch of stuff trying to get them excited about seeing the film. So in the case of this, a company you've probably never even heard of, Sierra Affinity, I sent packages to them 3 different times. The cost of sending one of these promo boxes to LA, the shipping alone is about $20 these days. Now, if I sent something to New York that was a little cheaper, that's only like $15. That doesn't include the cost of the box, my time putting all of these together, all the materials inside the box. I can't tell you how much money it cost putting all of these together. Okay, I'll get to that soon. There's a reason why I'm saying that. Okay. So yeah, all these. So here's the first 2 pages. Look at this. Oh my gosh, another 2 pages. Stage 6. What else do we have here? It's hard for me to read upside down. What else we got? Fortitude, Highland Film Group, The Exchange, William Morris Agency. Well, it's actually William Morris Endeavor now. Vertical, International Film Trust, UMI, which is another agency, Great Escape, more Amazon, Archstone, Vision Films, Cineverse, Focus Features, STX Entertainment. Oh my gosh, another 2 full pages. Whoa. Miramax, Film Sales Company, HBO, Warner. 3 names there. Look at this. Another HBO, Warner Brothers. And here's the thing. These are actually the same 3 names, but I didn't know. I couldn't figure out if they had LA offices or New York or both. So I actually sent 2 to each person, both in LA and New York, to make sure they got them. The cost of shipping alone just for these 3 people is $120. Crazy. Lantern Entertainment, Allied Artist, MGM Studios, Amazon Studios, Orion, Sony, Universal, Screen Gems, more Lionsgate, Working Title Films.
Can't believe New Line's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah. William Morris, and I found out the hard way, but William Morris Endeavor, CAA, New Regency, Village Roadshow, Shout Factory, who we met with in LA, Open Road Films. Look at this. Yet another 2 pages filled.
Man, you sent a lot of boxes.
Oh my gosh, did I ever. UTA, Relativity Media, Blumhouse, ICM, Cardinal XD,
ArcLight.
Yeah, it's hard for me to read these upside down, but the Asylum, so they do the Sharknado movies. So I really wanted to run the gamut. Here's more Searchlight Pictures, Amazon Studios, more Lionsgate, more Focus Features, and then another page and a little bit more HBO Max. Again, like all these names and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Premier Entertainment.
Oh, yeah. So here is what's up. In doing this, in sending all of these out, most places you never hear from, which is a bummer because it's like, did they look at it? Did they even open it? Was it unsolicited and they threw it away? There were a number of these places I've heard from and were interested. most of them said, though, listen, we really want to see this. We really, whatever, send us a link and everything. But just so you know, American film market is very busy. We already have all of our meetings scheduled. We want to talk to you, but we can't do it until after the American film market. Some people did talk to us at the American film market. Most of them were like, we can't do it until after. So please follow up, the week after. There were only 2 places that not even rejected, but that I heard back from where the answer is no, but it's not the kind of no you think it is. It's not like, no, we think this is dumb. Here is, this is the first one I got, and Miramax sent this. They sealed it in plastic.
Oh, I was saying, Matt, did you get this laminate?
No, they sent it in plastic, and Miramax sent it back, and it basically says that they can't look at it. Thank you for sending us this package, but for legal reasons, to protect you and to protect us, we can't review it. We're just not looking for unsolicited things at this time. So Miramax essentially said no to me sending a package. As well, I heard from the Walt Disney Company. This they did not seal in plastic, and because it met the elements of rain sitting on the porch, you can see this. Why it's pink? That might be from the Fiji stamp that melted in the rain. Anyway, this is someone that I sent. This is not someone I sent it to. This is a paralegal manager, but this I believe was from one that I sent to Searchlight Pictures, which is owned by Disney. They also couldn't look at it. Again, this wasn't a no. This wasn't like, hey, we don't like Aladdin competing with our Aladdin. Nothing like that. They just can't look at unsolicited materials. So with that, it became clear right away that I need to work with someone who is going to get things through the door. So what happened is James and I, as you guys know, went to Los Angeles. Here we are hanging out at Scum and Villainy bar. We actually went there twice. Yeah. And the second time you guys may have seen on the Livestream lounge. It says YouTube froze on the TV. Hold on. We got some stuff here. Seems overpopulated. James didn't have the, okay. My mom says YouTube froze on TV. Hopefully we are back up and running. Let me know. Aaron GTV, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Aaron. Miss you bunches, man. Hope you are rocking and a rolling. Hit me up soon. I miss you. Okay, so here we are hanging out in Los Angeles. It was really fun the first day because we met up with Cam. He was there for Lightbox Expo the week before. Dave Todd says still good here. He's also watching on YouTube, so hopefully that might just be it might be the connection you guys have. Hopefully. Thank you for letting me know, DTE. Doing well. Awesome, Aaron G. Yeah, running okay for me. Good to hear. Thank you for letting me know. So we were able to hang out with Cam for a day, and it was awesome. We went to Art Center. We filmed a tour there that I'll be sharing soon. And as well, at night, we went to Orbital Studios, which does a lot of the visual effects for all the Star Trek shows and some other stuff. They just did something for a movie with Pierce Brosnan. But anyway, so we had a great time, despite after Orbital Studios getting stuck in not so great parts of LA. Same here. Thank you for letting me know. Awesome. So anyway, we had a great time. James and I also got to take a tour of Paramount Pictures and check out like their prop room and drive through a bunch of the sets. Not a whole lot was going on because of the actors strike was still going on at that time. So there was a little bit going on with what's the show with, the Rookie with Nathan Fillion, but not a whole lot was going on otherwise, but still lots of really cool stuff to see. Okay. So So this is the American film market is tied in with the film catalog. So this you can see here, this is all of the movies coming out soon. And what's great about having a movie called Aladdin 3477, The Djinn of Wisdom, is having a movie that starts with the letter A. You are put right to the top. So when I saw this, it's pretty wild. A movie called 49, because the numbers come before the letters. So 49, fine. Aladdin 3477, Assassin's Guild, and At 23,000 Feet, all coming out soon. So here is the Aladdin 3477 page on the film catalog. And then here is here's Kaleidoscope Koi Entertainment LLC on the film catalog as well. Okay, so with all of that, because I had only heard from a handful of places, some who we met in Los Angeles, and we had some really good meetings, but it became really clear that I needed help. I needed someone that could get Aladdin 3477 through the door of a bunch of places. So what's interesting is the very first name, all of this stuff that I sent out packages to, I waited. I sent everything in order here, but I waited for the very first name on here. I skipped because I didn't want someone else to take over. I needed to find out for myself. That was a very expensive thing to find out by myself. So eventually I sent a package to Glenn Reynolds, and Glenn was interested. Glenn saw the film, felt he could make something happen with it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And by the way, here's James and I at the American Film Market. And then happy to say, while we were in Los Angeles, I signed on the dotted line with Glenn. It was really cool. Now, this right here, just to be perfectly clear, this is a fake photo only because that is my real signature on the last page of the contract. And it is true that when we were hanging out with Glenn, I did sign with my Aladdin 3477 pen, which he signed with as well, because I'm corny like that. But this, I just took a photo. This is actually on top of my bar. You can kind of tell it's the tile work that my dad and I did. And so this is a recreation of me signing the contract. What is not a recreation is this is me and Glenn Reynolds. And James was awesome enough to take this photo of us. And we had a great time hanging out with Glenn and chatting about movies and chatting about music and all the things. And he's just such a great guy. And he's cool because he really loves movies, loves film. And there's so many people in this business. He also, I've heard, is a shrewd business person, not with filmmakers, but with the movies he's fighting for. He's a shrewd business person, like a lot of people are in Hollywood, but he's a family man. He's just such a warm, caring person, loves all kinds of films, loves independent films, goes to all of the major festivals, goes to all of the film markets. Super, super cool guy. So here is what's going on. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek into how this all works. What's up, Maliki? How you doing? Good to see you. All right. So one of the cool things that Glenn does is he makes a database. So these are all of the places that he is pitching the movie. So he actually sent this to me before we even got started. So it says reviewing until there's something to list, like if there's an offer or if we're on the verge of something or if people pass. So this is just kind of a database of what's going on at each place. This was initially what he sent me, and then he added 3 more companies. And I didn't take a photo then, but I did recently. And so this is where we stand right now. And I wish I had better news, but this is where we stand right now. So we'll kind of go over all this. There are some passes, but that's okay. So the cool thing about Glenn he is well respected in the industry. He has a really good track record, and he has sold over 900 movies. And his average is he usually pitches to about 20 different companies, and he doesn't pitch to the 20 same companies every time. He only pitches to distributors that he thinks there is a chance he can get it in there, knowing full well not everyone's going to say yes. A lot of places are going to say no, but his average is he usually gets about 5 that put in an offer. Then of those 5, he really kind of, I don't want to say he plays them against each other, but he kind of says, listen, we got other places interested. What is your absolute best offer? And from there, he communicates with us. This is what's going on. And he also has expertise. He works with a lot of these companies all the time. He knows what the positives and the negatives are of each company. So he'll be able to lay it all out straight. He reviews all of the contracts, knows what things to look out for, all the things, right? So this is the latest update. Here is what's going on. So I'm going to go over these with you because there's a few passes. There's actually 5 passes. And that's it. We only have 5 passes right now. But it makes sense because there's going to be people up front that just right away say, no, sorry, and just don't want to get into it. So I don't know of these other ones, which ones are on the verge or which ones just haven't checked it out yet. It's a process, and his process usually takes 6 weeks. And we are in the 2nd week of the process. So there's been 5 passes. So I wanted to share this with you just because I want you guys to get the full scoop. All right. So first of all, Amazon Originals. And as you can see, they have passed. Now, I know it might seem like, oh man, that's a bummer. Amazon passed. Keep in mind, we're only talking about Amazon Originals. This doesn't mean we'll never get on Amazon. In fact, we probably will for sure get on Amazon. This just means it won't be an Amazon's original. There's pros and cons to that. For one, to be an Amazon original, oh my God, that's huge. It's amazing, right? Well, the downside of that is if you're an Amazon original, you're exclusive to Amazon. You can't be anywhere else. That means you can't be on YouTube. You can't be on iTunes. You can't be on any of the other services. You can't be on Tubi. You can't be for rent anywhere else. It's only Amazon. So the fact that they passed, I'll be honest, I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, the originals are kind of
Well, and here's the other thing that's scary. There's a big thing happening right now that the industry is kind of in. It's this big hoopla where when you go to Amazon, it used to be, if you're an Amazon Prime, which a lot of you probably have Amazon Prime, you know, when it used to be when you would start scrolling through to see what's new, the first thing you would see is all the Amazon Originals, right? Now you'll notice the first thing you see is not Amazon Originals. The first thing you see is TVOD, transactional video on demand. That means things you have to pay for. So rent or own, that's the very first, even though you paid for a subscription, you probably just paid for Amazon shipping for all of their merchant or for all their items and stuff. But transactional video on demand is what comes up first. So all the stuff you can rent, then it's all the stuff you can, not Amazon Originals, but it's all the stuff you can watch for free with ads. So that's AVOD, that's advertising video on demand. You get past all of those, then you'll get to the Amazon Originals. So that has a lot of people upset that got into the whole Amazon Original thing only to be like their stuff isn't even at the top of Amazon. They're like, you have to keep scrolling to even get to that stuff. So there's a lot of weird stuff kind of going on right now that, to be honest, I'm okay with not being an Amazon original, I gotta say. Next up, Blue Fox, Buffalo 8, Decal. Those are all companies that you may or may not have heard of those. They're distribution companies, all big names in the business, but they distribute on all or most of the platforms how you would see this, including Blu-ray, the streaming services, networks like Dish Network and TV that still exists, any cable that still exists. There's a thing called ancillary, which is things like airlines. So when you're on an airplane and you can watch movies, some of these can work out deals where your film will be on a plane or on a cruise ship, which is crazy to think about. But there is a market there. You'll notice here, this next one is Disney. So yeah, he's pitching to Disney, which is crazy. I'm assuming that's Searchlight Pictures, but I can't imagine Disney like going for this, but in a world of possibilities, it's there, right? I would be shocked if Disney were into that. That would be cray cray. Next up, FilmRise Freestyle. Good Deed Entertainment is actually a pretty big. I've seen a bunch of Good Deed GDE movies. Gravitas, obviously, I've seen a bunch. Did you watch that Rainbow documentary that I sent you, James?
Yeah. I forgot.
Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's wild. That was a Gravitas documentary.
Man,
the history in the Rainbow Bar and Grill.
Love it. That was a great place too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. You'll notice here HBO Max passed. Again, for all the same reasons as Amazon, I'm okay with that. And it doesn't mean we're not going to get on HBO. It just means we're not going to be an HBO Max exclusive. Because, yeah, if we do that, they might give us a chunk of money and like, woohoo, we're on HBO, but then we're only on HBO. So I don't know if that's really what I would want anyway. Hulu, IFC Films, Kino Lorber launch releasing, Level 33. Another company that has passed. This was kind of a bummer for me just because I thought like maybe, I really don't have high hopes for a company like Disney, but I was really hoping like maybe Lionsgate has passed. A little bit of a bummer, but the cool thing about some of these passes is there are 26 distributors. He usually only pitches to about 20 companies. He's pitching to 26, which is great. And the cool thing is with each pass that we get, we're kind of narrowing down. And I don't know if we're going to get 5 people that throw in offers. We may get more than 5. We may get less than 5. Who knows what's going to happen? We may get none. I mean, it's possible we get none. I don't know. So it's nerve-wracking and exciting and exhilarating and tantalizing and also anxiety right? With each step of the way.
Lionsgate didn't even. I thought maybe they just still be on the fence.
I don't know.
Because we didn't have Doug Jones.
Here's the thing, though. Here's something that
they love Doug Jones.
They love Doug Jones, but we got the inside scoop from Glenn about Lionsgate. Remember what he was saying about Lionsgate?
Oh, yeah.
So that might be the reason they passed. They might be passing on everything right now. Yeah. There may be something happening soon. Darn. That could very well be the reason.
Fair.
All right. You didn't hear that from me. Magnolia. Netflix. Again, this is a tough call. Like, man, if Netflix puts in an offer, that would be hard to say no to. At the same time, if we say yes to Netflix for a Netflix original, that means no to everything else. That might also cause complications with things like Blu-ray. Because they do not make Blu-ray. At the same time, they might be okay with me making Blu-rays for the Kickstarter backers only. They might be okay because Netflix might see that as a drop in the bucket. And as long as I'm not making thousands of Blu-ray and selling them all over the place, which would be a conflict of interest for them. But I don't know that. And I also don't know that Netflix would say yes. So that's on the fence there. Skilloscope has passed. Paramount is in the running. Peacock is in the running. Screen Media Redbox is in the running. Showtime is reviewing. Strand Releasing, I have to be honest, so they have passed. Strand Releasing, I've done research on all of these distributors. Strand Releasing is like almost everything they put out is like young adult romance kind of stuff. So I was kind of shocked that he even was pitching it there, because when I saw the films, I was like, man, I don't know that we're a good fit there. Obviously, we weren't a good fit because they passed. Maybe he was thinking because that demographic of young adult romance, maybe the Aladdin thing they were thinking, Aladdin, Jasmine, romance kind of stuff, that people would be into it.
I'm surprised Redbox is still a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. So I've researched that, and Screen Media is still a big contender online and with streaming and everything, but I think they own Redbox. I think they bought out Redbox, and Redbox, there's still a market for it. It still exists at Walmart.
Feedback might be easier to get into, but my only complaint is they need to work on their buffering. Don't expect to stream it without having to wait every 15 seconds. It's 2023. Buffering should be a thing of the past. I mean,
So, anyway, so then there's Vertical, which is a big name in independent distribution, and then Vision Films as well. So that's where things stand right now. Things are going to move quick. We're in week 2. So, I mean, within a month from now, we may even have an announcement. I don't know. If we had an announcement before the end of the year, that would be amazing, because that would complete this year of 3477. There's just been so much going on. So exciting. The swag box number 3 is coming soon. I'm just so elated about everything. It's always a good time to be grateful and a good time to be thankful. But Thanksgiving, every day this year has been Thanksgiving. Doing well, busy as always. I hear you, but great to hear, Maliki. Need to see the review status. Yeah, it's really cool that he puts together this thing to kind of show you where everything's at. And sometimes he has more notes, and he'll put comments like playing phone tag, or he might have a comment like they have another movie like it, or they're concerned about the star power, so it's kind of cool sometimes when he gets more specific with the database. Imagine if it passed with Disney. I know. I mean, that would be crazy. I really don't think.
Star power. Did you tell me of John Wick?
Yeah. Right. Being brutally honest, I'd rather see Aladdin 3477 on Netflix than Blu-ray. Everyone has Netflix. Not everyone has a Blu-ray player. Well, Blu-ray is just in particular is for collectors and for the Kickstarter backers that are getting a Blu-ray. Mm-hmm. So none of these companies would ever be just Blu-ray anyway. That would just be in addition to all of the things.
And Netflix streaming, they don't include the things on Blu-ray, like all the behind the scenes special features and deleted stuff.
That's true. So, and I would like to have some of that stuff on the Blu-ray for collectors for sure.
But Netflix originals all are pretty good, though. I will say that. I'd like to see a bad Netflix original.
I know. All right. So the next thing I wanted to chat about, the Aladdin 3477 official collector's edition. So I wanted to take some time real quick to do something fun. I've been meaning to do this for a while. And that is, so you'll notice here, Mr. James Polleny, the Noodle Master. So James made a comment right when this book came out, or at least when it was still fresh. And James said, man, the book is so cool. And man, I must be in that book like 13 times. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. And I thought about it and I said, 13 times? I'm like, man, I would think James was in there even more. So I took a peek real quick and I counted 18 times. And I'm like, James, I don't know. I think he might be in there more than you think. And when I say in there, not just when his name is referenced, because James behind the scenes, if you read, especially through the how these films were made, you'll see James' name pop up everywhere.
I didn't count my name.
No. I'm not talking name, but just anytime you see one of the many characters he plays or any of that. So I thought it would be fun to take a quick peek through the official collector's edition, and let's count how many times James Polony is in this book.
Which is crazy because I went through that thing 4 times and that's the number I came up with.
All right.
This isn't the thing where we take a shot every time we see it, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we'll look through really quick, but okay. So obviously your name is going to be there. Okay. No James, no James, no James, no James, no James. Okay. All right. No. Okay, not yet. Okay, not yet. All right. 1. 2. 'I can't see. Is that 3 there? Can you see you there?
No, that is
on the ground.
Oh. No, that's a robot.
There's a robot there?
That's like that little round ball with the gray accents. That's similar to that little spinny droid on Hawk.
Dude, that's your mask. That is your mask.
Hang on.
Might be hard to see.
Why would which mask?
The bounty hunter.
Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay,
all right.
You're right.
So 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4.
Okay, 4.
Five.
Okay, 5. I don't know, Matt.
Hold on. I should have my glasses on. Oh man, how are we going to get to 18? 5. We're still at 5?
Yep.
Oh boy. 6.
I remember when Ghost got that too.
7.
Okay.
8. That might, is that you on the ground there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I have the scar from that still.
So what, that's 9, right?
Yes.
9. Oh, 10. Let's see. $11.
Yep.
12.
Yep.
13.
Yeah.
14.
Okay.
15.
That's true.
James puppeteered that. So that's 15 or that's 16?
That's 15.
15. 16.
Okay.
17.
Oh, we're counting. Okay, we're counting the vest. All right.
I mean,
all right. Yeah. Okay, that counts. That counts.
17. 18.
Okay.
19.
All right.
20. My gosh, even more than I thought. 20.
Oh, all right. That's a solid even number. Oh.
There will probably be even more in the next one.
Oh, you gotta do another one.
Well, I mean, for the next movie, right?
Nice. I was hoping that wasn't going to be the only one.
I mean, my gosh, there better be. All right. So anyway, so for those of you that that dig the official collector's edition, there's just so many cool pages in it and stuff, and it is available in the pre-sale store. And there's a really cool video online that you can find where there's a commentary where I go through the book, I go through digital pages, and I kind of give my 411 on how the book was put together, how the pages were designed, how I worked with the printer. It's a really nice book. It's very I mean, I like to think it's beautiful because of my exquisite layout design skills, but the printing on it is really, really nice, very high quality. And coming soon, I think it's going to drop right before Christmas. There is going to be a full audio book for free. And I want it to be for free. And again, that'll also have visual images that you can see it at the same time you listen to it. I read every single word of this. So it's an audiobook version, which is kind of fun. And then I want to get it on Amazon. It's just with everything I got going on, it's just I've just been a little busy to do all of that. But hopefully soon. Okay, so next up, Brandon Sanderson. So as you guys know, the year before I did my Kickstarter, Brandon Sanderson had the biggest Kickstarter ever that pulled in $41.3 million. Crazy. So what was interesting about it is he did what's called a year of Sanderson, where he had 4 books coming out. In the 8 months in between those 4 books, 8 different swag boxes. I supported the Kickstarter, not getting the books, but getting the swag boxes because I was interested in what he was going to do, how he was going to do it, how that would compare to what I'm doing. So he doesn't have as many items in each box. His quality, though, has been pretty good. So I have the latest box. to go through. I already cut it open to make it easy, but I have no idea what is inside. James, are you ready to take a look?
Yeah. All right. Let's see what Brandon Sanderson has packed, other than this awesome packaging that I wish we had.
What does it say? I only tell stories. They may be truths, they may be fictions. All I know is that the stories exist and that I must tell them. Hoid. I want to say, just from the little bit I've read, Hoid is the universe, but the universe is also a character. So this is always in the top. This is kind of cool because it almost looks like a dragon. I assume that's what it's supposed to look like, the way this is crinkled. Does that look like dragon to you, or does it just look like they crumpled it in the middle?
Artist interpretation. I don't know.
All right. So this usually tells the contents inside. Okay. So we'll take a look here. So first of all, as a connoisseur, ooh, I see glitter.
Oh, ooh.
So the quality of that, that's some pretty nice glitter happening.
Yeah, the glitter on the scarf. Yeah, glitter on the scarf.
Of course, the one comment that we always have with these is
there's only one pin back. There's only one pin post.
What is up with that?
You always need 2 pin posts on your pins because no matter how small the pin might be, one is loose and it can get bent and the pin can go spinning all over the place. I can go on a whole thing here, but I don't want to talk about work.
I hear you. So what is this? This is, mints, but look at it. Comes in a nice, wow. That's really nice because the artwork is very cool, but look at it. It's embossed with the artwork. That is pretty nice.
Imagine Eric like holding the lamp with like Aladdin.
Yeah, and look at it, sealed in plastic. So not only one, this must be peppermint, and then what? This is spearmint, and then who's that?
Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, see, look, Kamala could do that.
I know, man. That's really nice. I'm kind of jelly. These are really cool.
Light Song and Blush Weaver Mings.
Oh, is that what they say?
That's what the thing says.
Oh.
I thought it said Bush Weaver at first. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Interesting. We're gonna have like candy and mint tins, or like for collectibles. That's actually becoming a thing now again.
I know, we should. So there's 2 more things in here. Mm-hmm. What does it say? Oh, in the bottom. Thank you. I have the best fans in the world. I should say so. 41.3 mil. You've proven to me time and time again that you are awesome. You are amazing, and you have incredible taste in books.
Team Dragon Steel.
Very nice. Okay, so let's take a look. What's in the box? This one's actually kind of heavy. Is this one chocolates? Oops.
Look at that embossed metallic logo and everything.
I know. I'm so jelly. I wish I could afford to. I wish I could, or embossed lochons or something. And look at this. They even got a piece of black paper on the inside. And then this is like a crazy foam.
Wow. What the?
Are these just coasters?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
They are indeed coasters.
Yeah, those are nice. Dang.
Huh. Oh, instead of just like the fuzzy on the bottom, they're like little gel paddings.
Wow.
Are they holographic? No? Okay.
No, there's nice color, nice print on there.
I'm sure the book would tell us what exactly this represents, but
yeah. That's cool.
Casey might like it.
Yeah, that's wild. And look at the packaging. Look at, there's just a little bit of room in the top. Perfect for this. Close it out.
Look at that.
Isn't that nice? Oh, would you look at this?
Would you look at that? The detail. Would you just look?
Wow. All right. And then is in the box. This one's a little bit lighter. What? Oh my gosh, it's a replica of a sword? That's nice. And this is actually pretty heavy.
Wait, is that a letter opener?
Oh my gosh. It is a letter opener. Oh my gosh.
That's so
it's a Nightblood letter opener. That's really nice. Dang.
I almost feel bad not knowing
and
all
look,
what
and
these
like,
books are about.
And like, hold that. Like, that's pretty heavy.
Oh, I was about to be really impressed if it was perfectly balanced.
Well, it probably is balanced somewhere if you hold it in the right place, right?
Oh.
It's perfectly balanced right here. That's wild. All right, I'm jealous. But, you know, if we would have pulled in 41.3 mil, I probably would also...
It's okay, Matt.
Be able to hire... I would have my own Dragonsteel team and everything, but...
What Aladdin 3477 thing would you have represented as a letter opener?
Dicers, which we haven't seen yet.
That's true.
What else? Oh, the Red Star swords. His double swords.
Oh,
right?
I love that sword.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the molding was very limited, but imagine if you had minifig exact replicas of the sword in the movie. I would make those into little necklaces.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Red Star sword letter opener. Oh my god, that would be on my rap sheet. Like, suspect had assailed, victim with tiny little red stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is great. The sword. All right, so that's Brandon Sanderson. So, yeah, very cool. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. So, just a couple things to chat about real quick before we bid adieu. Next semester, classes are open for registration. I have a number of classes: pre-visualization, figure illustration 1 and 2, and painted illustration. Check it out at macomb.edu. And we're in a new building now. This is an artistic rendering where it looks like there's a giant moat in front of the building. It's not exactly what it looks like, but it does look really cool. It is, it's neat to be in a really nice open space. And I need to do a tour of the inside of the building, which I'm hoping to do soon. The screenings that I've been having with executive producers, I actually had one on Friday. And my parents came out and saw the film for the first time, and along with another couple that got to see the movie. And it was great. It was really cool for my parents to see, because my parents were very involved. My mom did a lot of the jewelry that she created, that the princess wears, but also all of the hologram princesses. And then anytime someone's like the royal people that are in the Taj Mahal, a lot of the stuff that they wear, and any of the more, a lot of people that like live in the streets don't have like fancy futuristic jewelry, but depending on what the location was, my mom made a ton of really cool things that we used. And then my mom was there almost every single day that we filmed, hanging out in the green room, helping with food, watching our dogs. I mean, all kinds of stuff, super helpful. And then my dad was there almost every day that we were working on building sets. So they were around a lot during filming and just during the creation of this, but neither one of them really had a good idea. This is 3 different movies all filmed at the same time. So they didn't really have a lot of context. And sometimes it was just like, oh, here's a new set that we're building. It's Aladdin's apartment, or this is a restaurant where something happens, da, da, da. So they didn't know what film, they didn't know what the order was. They didn't really know the context of anything. So, it was really wild for them. And they've seen a couple scenes here and there that I've shown them, but there was a lot that they had never seen, and they had never seen the whole first movie together, and it blew their minds. They were really, really into it. I mean, I knew they would like it, but they liked it more than I thought they would. I knew they would love it just because, you love everything that your kids make, but they really thought it was cool. And it was so cool for them to see, having been so familiar with it, yet they just didn't really understand how the story and how the pacing of everything was going to go. So that was really cool.
I think most of us don't.
For me, it was just really, really fun to see. And for the roller coaster ride, it was just so wild. The film was sponsored by Chicken Balls. That's right. Awesome. They got to see it. It was sponsored by Chicken Balls. Man, trying to think when the last time I had Chicken Balls was. It might have been on set. Was it really that long ago?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Can't imagine.
I wonder.
Maybe at one of your parents' house parties, Jess may have brought them.
Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe like at the lake house or something.
But other than that, it's still a while.
Yeah. So almost done with all of the executive producer screenings. The Livestream Lounge is an official YouTube podcast. So if you go to YouTube podcasts and you type in the Livestream Lounge, this will pop up, or you can go and I think there's a tab on my YouTube channel for podcasts, and you can click on this and you can listen to this episode or any of the previous ones. You can watch at any time. But we're here most Sundays. I don't know if we'll be here next week. I'm going to be busy starting to order boxes and getting things together for swag box number 3. So probably either next week or definitely the week after, I might be checking in with you guys, but it might be another scenario where I'm just putting together the swag boxes. And if you guys want to hang out with me, seeing those get assembled, but it's going to be important to me to get those out to you guys as quick as I can to make sure you get those before the holidays. Very exciting. And that is the Livestream Lounge. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with James and I. And we will be back soon. We'll have more updates with the database of how things are going. Hopefully there's some offers soon and not just more passes next time. But that's how it works. That's all we need is one good one. We need one good offer that is going to get Aladdin 3477 to you.
Yeah.
All right. Be good to one another. Cheers, everyone. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys next time. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, I forgot to do the end. The is it still going? It is still going. Hold on. If it didn't quit yet.
Matt, do the thing.
Do the thing. I know for sure. Oh, we got 2 more comments that are squeezed in. Very informative. Thank you. I know it's so cool. I can't wait to share more. Malika, have a good one. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. All right. See if I can end this now. Are you ready? Boom.